We're in a place they call the American Airlines Arena in downtown Miami, Florida. Right on the water, the home of the Heat, where we're broadcasting live today. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and courtside, Doris Burke. You look at the Pistons. They're hoping they can carry over some of that momentum from their undefeated homestand.
Well, I think for Detroit, they've really struggled much the same way they did a year ago. It just hasn't gotten much better for them.
Clark, for me, they didn't show a whole lot of fight when the tide turned against them, and that's what the NBA is all about. It's about getting off the mat because adversity is going to hit every single team. It's always how you respond that's important.
And now the opening lineup for Detroit. Maxwell and Monroe at the 4 and 5. Rodney Stuckey and Tayshaun Prince, the two wings. And it's Knight in at the point. And for Miami, Clutch in at 2-guard. Ray Allen and LeBron James, the forwards. D-Wade out there with Haslem. On defense, Miami, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
They won that game at the offensive end, guys.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great.
Step aside, step aside. We've got the big fella coming through.
That is a powerful brand of basketball right there.
Man, an amazing putback. You just love the effort from this guy.
Haslem, a screen on Maxwell. Here's Clutch. Over Stuckey. And that's good for two. And guys, pretty interesting comments he had after their last game.
Yeah, I tell you what, this kid has a little spicy salsa to him, a little bite. I mean, you never know when he's going to come back at you if you're a reporter. Never a dull moment when he steps up to the mic. He's going to speak his piece, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's a two-sided coin, Clark. I mean, it can be good or bad. Sometimes it can help draw some attention off the rest of the team, but also you don't want to be a loose cannon. I mean, you can stir up some controversy and make things more difficult for your team.
Here's Clutch, who's guarded by Stuckey. Wade kicks to LeBron. Baseline jumper. Jump shot is good that time.
Well, Lawrence Frank, head coach of the Pistons since last season. And before that, remember, he spent 7 years as the head coach of the Nets. Had a very competitive team there to start his career.
Monroe, no good.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
Wade with it, and it's Knight picking him up. Here's Clutch. Against Cleveland, he was really on his game. That gives them the lead. Clutch has got his second basket.
And you talk about that tough team Lawrence Frank had in New Jersey. I mean, when he took that team over, they rattled off 13 straight wins. 6 of those were on the road consecutively. So both of those marks set records for a new head coach.
Knight dishes to Stuckey. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. So for the Pistons, their last game, a win against the Brooklyn Nets.
And they did just what they set out to do in that game. They were definitely the ones dictating the pace and the style.
Yeah, I'm sure it was an upbeat locker room after the game because they really did look terrific. Well, I heard that LeBron still rides his bike to the arena now and again on game day, and he's an avid cyclist, I guess. And when you're down in Miami, you got to make the most of that Miami weather, don't you?
Yes, you do. Pistons trail by 6. Knight with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against Brooklyn. Into Maxwell. The pass to Stuckey. Can they get it? Here's Monroe. And he makes good on the layup. Monroe's got his first points in this one.
Excellent job carving out space under the glass to make that putback possible.
The Pistons shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And as a club, they're kind of in the middle of the pack in the NBA in terms of their free throw shooting, about 76%.
There's the dish to Wade. That's good. And going back to LeBron, he's always enjoyed bicycles. He said as a kid in Akron, in fact, he'd tool around on his bike looking for pickup games.
I understand that feeling.
Steve, you're a big bicyclist, I know. What do you think about that story?
Well, I think it's great. And he has his charity event. I think it's called Wheels for Education every summer in Akron, a charity bike-a-thon, encouraging kids to stay active and to stay in school.
Rebounded by the Pistons. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Yeah, they didn't play well that night. They weren't very aggressive. They shot the ball too often from the perimeter, never got it inside, and they were also very shaky from the foul line.
Here's Clutch. Back to LeBron. Inside. And an emphatic dunk.
Tell you what, when he gets going strong to the hoop, there's almost nothing the defense can do.
Pistons trail by 4. There's really no excuse. I don't know how many times we've seen it, especially when, Clark, it's time for the playoffs. The winners usually make their free throws.
It's elementary, Watson. Make your free throws when you get them. Everyone needs to take their time, get into their routine, and fundamentally execute the free throw shot.
It's Kevin, not Watson.
Okay, well, right, Kevin Watson.
All right, good. Yeah. Hey, I like that.
Okay.
And so Stuckey nails both of them. He'd have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. Here's Clutch. He's got 6. And there's the feed to Allen. Baseline J on the way. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Allen. The Pistons have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And here is Stuckey, averaging 14 points a game. Good on the shot. Stuckey's got 6 points.
Great pick, and that gave him enough space to get to the hoop and finish. That was a pretty clear picture now of what Detroit is trying to accomplish, and that's build their identity around their young players, guys like Stuckey and Monroe and Brandon Knight. High character, high quality people. And I think Detroit is definitely on the right track if they can continue to make the right personnel moves.
Knight against Wade. Knight gets a screen from Prince. Knight passes to Prince. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. And it's all knotted up.
What a great example of how to set a good pick. He really allowed his man a wide open look.
Steve, going back to what you said, the front office just can't say enough positive things about their young players, and it seems the character, and Clark, you're big on this, the character is a big point for them as they bring players in.
That's huge, Kevin. It really is. A good attitude and a solid work ethic. I mean, you can go really far with those attributes, and it's paid off for the Pistons as their young players have continued to improve each year.
The Pistons shooting very well. 58%. The offense is flowing right now early for them. Monroe with a screen on Haslett. Knight kicks to Monroe. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Heat have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Haslam can't get it to go. So it's the Pistons now. Knight with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Stuckey dishes to Knight. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call. .156 left here in the opening quarter. Heat moving the ball around. From the low block. That drops. Clutch has got 8 points.
Right out of the gate, just filling it up.
Both teams are, guys. I mean, points coming fast and furious.
Bell passes to Maxey. Ray Allen pulls it in. Allen's got 3 rebounds now in this one. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, I caught up with Coach Lawrence Frank. The season series versus the Heat has not been a good one for them as they've lost both prior meetings. He told me the key for them this time around would be to get at them early so they don't fall prey to being starstruck against the defending champions. He feels if they can do that, they can get their first win of the season against them. Gentlemen?
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Bynum, averaging 6 points per contest. Pass to Maggette. Over Allen. And again, it's the Pistons missing.
That's a look that he'll never pass up. The one he'll usually never miss.
Sinks that one from the post. And the Heat lead by 8.
You know, Kevin, they were a step late on their defensive rotation, and that helped them get right to the rim.
Bynum kicks to Maxiel. In low to Monroe. Will it go? That's good. Monroe's got his third basket of the night right there.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Dishes it to Cole. Over Bynum. And the Heat get another bucket right there.
You know, with the expectations low for him, he can provide a nice lift when he does put the ball in the basket.
It's Bell on the wing. 1 second left. And that does it for the first quarter. Heat out front. They lead by 8. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
On stands now. Grab the latest issue of 2K Style Magazine. Clutch with top billing.
Now the... Here's Wade. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. That's good. Wade's got 10 points.
And it's his poise at the offensive end that impresses me most. This guy is unflappable.
On the floor for Detroit, Knight and Stuckey are manning the backcourt. Jason Maxiell is out there with Tayshaun Prince, and it's Maggette in at the small forward. They get a hand on it. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. To the middle, here's Chalmers. Drops in the layup for 2.
And guys, 10 of their last 12 points coming in the paint.
Yeah, I like their aggressiveness on offense, but the question is, where's the defense? They've got to put up some resistance here.
Stuckey setting the pick for Knight. There's the pick. Back to Maggette.
Now we'll see what happens here. You got to be aware that's your second foul. The question is, do you keep him on the floor?
And with this quick break, we can show you the list of the most explosive shooting guards in the NBA so far. And you look at Clutch, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, Dwayne Wade, a little bit down the ladder. That's good for Maggette. .131 left in the first half. Wade working against Stuckey. Wade dishes to Haslam. Gets it to go. Haslam's got 7 points.
Well, that makes 5 of their last 6 makes coming from inside.
Yeah, really focused on getting the ball into the paint because they're taking advantage of very porous defense down there.
And Monroe kicks to Knight. Hits the bucket. Knight's got 5 points in the quarter.
Again, they attack the hoop from the lane, and it's been really good to them.
Yeah, they're getting whatever they want down there. That's 4 of their last 5 buckets coming in the paint area.
From down in the low post, it goes.
A good job here in the second. I mean, they're pounding it inside, getting it to the hoop, going strong to the rim. I mean, that's power basketball at its best.
Mike Miller's checked in for Norris Cole.
Pretty significant laps there on the defensive end, guys.
Yeah, those are the ones, you just can't allow that.
No, if you're giving up dunks and layups defensively, you're in huge trouble.
Back to Lewis. Here's Clutch. Six to shoot. Blocked. There's 31 seconds left now here in the second. Knight kicks to Stuckey. Gets it to go. Stuckey's got 12 in the game.
They are in attack mode right now. That's 10 straight points, guys, all coming inside the paint.
And Steve, if I'm them, I keep going right to the heart of that defense like they have been until they do something about it. If they don't offer resistance, take everything you can get in there.
Here's Clutch. He's guarded by Stuckey. Back to Wade. From deep. No good on the buzzer beater. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Heat out front, running away with it. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Damon Bruce here. Welcome to halftime. So far, a lopsided game out at American Airlines Arena. Heat came out like they had something to prove. They're on a winning streak, and that momentum's carried right over into this game. A nice job of sharing the rock, making plays for one another offensively. A great performance by LeBron in the first half. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And for Detroit's angle, they've been grinding away. Extra possessions almost too easy to come by. They've piled up the second chance buckets. Rodney Stuckey making a statement in this one. He's got a dozen points and also has contributed with his passing, making some assists. Thanks so much for tuning in. Now back to the action in South Beach.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Well, why eat at the drive-thru when you can sit down at the buffet and have all you can eat, Clark?
Well, I know you've been listening, partner. I like that. That's exactly what you need to do. Take advantage of what's available.
Clutch, he's in a shooting guard. Ray Allen and LeBron James, the forwards. Chasm's out there with Dwayne Wade. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
Well, you knew coming out of college that Brandon Knight was going to be good. You know, he's got that way about him that just oozes confidence, and he's got a lot of skill. He can put the ball on the floor. He can knock down a shot. Got great confidence in his game.
Yeah, that confidence is important. He's so slippery around the rim. You think you'll have forced him into a bad shot. Then he just twists and turns and gets a shot up anyway. The Heat need to get a shot off. Allen, guarded by Prince. That's good. 6 points for Allen. Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Here's Prince. The shot is off. The Heat leading by 23.
Well, Tayshaun Prince going into last season surprised a lot of people when he... Oh,
get it! Watch out now! Not stop. There's no way to stop that. I mean, there's nothing you can do when he's coming at him like that.
Well, that's right, Clark. Steve, he is a dangerous, dangerous player.
Yeah, especially when he gets to that launching pad right there in the lane. I mean, pretty one-handed finish. That was nice.
And that last replay, courtesy of Sprite. Wade against Knight. Stuckey right side. Good look. That's good. Stuckey's got 14.
Something has to change, guys. That's 10 straight points coming in the paint against this team.
Well, they got to collapse in there, and everybody's got to be conscious of it. It's a team effort in protecting the paint. Control the ball, and then everybody's got to get in there and keep the defense locked down.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. 9 points in the game so far.
Great display of that mid-range touch right now.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking a step in and knocking down a few. I know you were a great marksman from the three-point line, but sometimes people only see the game in threes and layups. But that mid-range game is alive and well here tonight. That's an old-fashioned finish there, guys, going to the finger roll to get the easy two.
Here's Clutch. Back to LeBron. Working on Maxiel. Just 5 to shoot. Wade for 3. It's Wade again missing. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Knight, and they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltender.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Yeah, the fans not happy at all with that whistle.
And the fans, as you would expect, not allowing their feelings to be kept on mute, they didn't care for that one.
The Heat leading by 20. Here's Clutch. 10 points for him. Passes it to Haslam. Monroe on him. From 8. And it's Wade with the jam. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Clutch in their last time out against the Cavaliers got the job done. He ended up with 44 points, and he was just about on target from everywhere, hitting from deep as well as sinking his free throws. Just numbers that really jump out at you in the box score.
All right, Doris, thanks. And confidence, Clark. He showed last game, it was a big-time testament to his ability to be a game changer.
Kevin, absolutely. His teammates and coaches love that kind of game.
Well, he has that kind of potential, and to show it like that in a big-time situation, that was impressive.
Here's Wade. Kept alive. Another shot, and no mistakes on the layup. Clutch has got 12 in the game.
Now they'll take as many of those high percentage shots as they can get, guys.
Knight kicks to Monroe. No good. The Heat go the other way with it.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And LeBron throws it down.
You've really got to be exactly on the same page to connect on that long alley-oop.
And even then, it's a tough play.
Yeah. The pass and the catch, both next to impossible. They pulled it off.
Here's Prince. Goes back up. Monroe's shot is good. 10 points for him.
No question, they're trying to pound the ball inside. That's 5 straight hoops inside.
And if the D won't stop it, keep at it. I mean, those are the kind of looks you want all day long.
High post try. Another miss by Wade.
No breathing room at all to take that shot.
Knight with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. The shot by Knight, no good.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't. Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Don't do that to him. That was fantastic. Wow.
And Clark, the degree of difficulty.
Major.
That was amazing.
Monroe back to Knight. He dishes it to Prince. Ray Allen grabs the board. Allen's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Tell you what, things just aren't bouncing his way this quarter.
Here's Clutch. Three-pointer. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. Clutch has got 5 points in the quarter.
Tell you, they might have to make a defensive adjustment. They can't give him that kind of a look from beyond the arc.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, how about Rodney Stuckey? Seattle native out of the University of Eastern Washington.
He's guarded by Stuckey. Now Wade buries it down low. Wade's got 18 points in the game. And Steve, you mentioned Stuckey's knack for getting to the foul line. About a third of his points come at the stripe.
And with his strength, Kevin, he's always looking for contact. He relishes it, and he's able to take the bump and play through contact effectively, and that gets him trips to the foul line.
Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And here are the teams that have been on fire from the three-point line ever since the All-Star break. Number 1, the Heat.
Kevin, it's really hard to explain, but perhaps their whole team was motivated by watching the three-point shootout during the All-Star break.
Tries from 16, and that's Prince, that time on the assist by Knight. Knight's got 5 assists in the game. The Heat leading by 22. Here's Clutch. He passes to Cole. He feeds it to LeBron. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Lewis hits the bucket.
He loves that corner 3, Kev. That's a shot I've seen him make time and time again.
Knight kicks to Stuckey. Stuckey gets a screen from Axial. 6 on the shot clock. Stuckey passes to Prince. Basket is good. The assist from Stuckey. And 12 points for Prince.
He's been hot for most of this game, and if he keeps it up, this team could turn things around.
Wade, and the shot is good.
Well, I like that he's come up with some big baskets for this team to help him out in getting this lead.
Knight with it. He's got 16. Stuckey outside. Monroe with a screen on Wade. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. That's now 22 points in the game for Stuckey. The Heat leading by 23. Here's Cole. Right now averaging 5 points a game. 1:51 left in the third quarter. And that one's good.
They're just getting better offensively as the game goes along, making good choices and getting high percentage shots.
And they're playing hard and playing smart too, Steve. They've just been very, very good.
Stuckey kicks tonight. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Fires, high post. Rebound by the Heat. LeBron's now got his third rebound tonight. They'll be at home for the next game against the Bobcats. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Here's Knight. It's blocked. They get it back.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
Pistons have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. A different look for Miami. Udonis Haslem, he's checked in for Lewis. Mattier comes in for LeBron. And it's Allen in for Norris Cole. Then for the Pistons, Charlie Villanueva's checked in for Monroe. And it's Bell in for Brandon Knight. Here's Clutch. Allen outside. Takes a 3. And good on the basket. Hook it. Allen's got 5 points in the quarter.
One of the great shooters in the history of the game. I mean, Ray Allen is just amazing with that deep range. Incredible accuracy. And he can also put the ball on the deck a little bit once or twice, pull up jump shots, get to the foul line. Allen's just one of the most consistent scorers we've had in the game for a long time.
And he's rehearsed that motion for so long. It's automatic. I mean, it's something he can do in his sleep. He doesn't even think about the situation or the defender. He eyes his target and lets it fly.
Wade drives in, and that one's good. Wade's got 10 points here in the second half.
They have no answer for him. He's just putting on a dominant display of offense.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And here is Stuckey. 22 points for him. Prince setting a pick for Stuckey. Off the screen. No luck.
He thought he could knock that one down, but the defense was really all over him.
Here's Clutch. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Heat out front, just dominating this one. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena.
Come out and join the crowd. Watch your Heat live and in person. Always great to see Clutch doing what he does best.
While we're still getting underway here in the fourth, let's go down to Doris Burke, who has our Sprite Uncontainable Game Report. Doris?
Kev, as you might have guessed, the uncontainable game today goes to the Miami Heat. Right now, everything has been going their way, and they've taken advantage of their chances. Looks like it's going to be theirs for the taking, and they're 1 quarter away from the win.
Thank you, Doris. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court for the Pistons, Charlie Villanueva out there with Yaredko. Then there's Andre Drummond. Then there's Bell. And it's Bynum in at the point guard position. Here's Cole. Jumps up. And the layup is good. Clutch has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Heat.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Well, they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Yaredko, covered by Miller. And that one's good. Drummond. Here's Miller. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Kicks it to Cole. Rebound by the Pistons. He kicks to Bell. Back to Bynum.
You know, the way it usually goes is if you're in the NBA, you were probably the best player on your team in college. But there are some exceptions to that. And there have been quite a few NBA stars that weren't even considered the best player on their college teams. Kevin Love is a name that jumps out.
The Heat shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Feeds to Cole. Here's Clutch. Leads him in there. Anthony's shot is off. Well, as you mentioned, Steve, Kevin Love overshadowed a bit on his UCLA team by Darren Collison, but he certainly has blossomed.
Well, I think that's going to be the case with a lot of young freshmen who come into the NBA based on potential more than production. They don't get a chance to prove that they're the best player on the floor. So you have to sort of predict that they actually were the best player on the floor and that they were going to become that. And that's why a guy like Love was, even though he wasn't, the guy at UCLA, you could tell he was about to become that.
Villanueva, the 10-footer finds the target. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Out of bounds, Detroit takes possession. And a moment to check out Miami and who they've got coming up. They'll be at home for the next game against the Bobcats. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And the Heat with some changes. James Jones, who's checked in for Miller. And it's Chalmers in for Norris Cole. Corey Maggette, he's checked in for Detroit. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Bynum dishes to Maggette. There's a good screen. And the pass to Bell. Shoots the three. Offensive rebound. There's the dish to Bynum. There's the feed to Uredko. Back to Bynum. The second chance effort. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
He just hasn't been able to build any momentum in this game. He's got to find something out there.
Pass to Maggette. Dishes it to Drummond. Nice ball movement by Detroit. And for three, Bell. And the shot is good.
It's been a real good half for them from beyond the arc, Kevin. I mean, they may as well stick with it.
Yeah, no reason not to just continue shooting the ball from out there because they're in a good flow. They're shooting the ball with great confidence.
To the inside. Here's Clutch. Open look. And he hits the jump shot. Clutch has got 6 in the quarter.
Well, they haven't had to ask him to do too much, but he's doing whatever's needed out there.
Now here's Bynum. Passes to Maggette. Over Jones. And there's Maggette. That's good on the assist by Bynum. The Heat have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Here's Clutch, defended by Bell. He dishes it to Battier. He feeds it to Anthony. 5 on the clock. Here's Clutch. Over Bell. And another basket for Miami.
This has been his quarter here. Still hasn't missed the mark yet.
Now Bynum makes the lead pass. Goes straight up. Bell's shot is good.
And defensively, you want to keep the ball as far away from the hoop as possible.
Yeah, because he's too good inside, Steve. I mean, he'll make you pay every time in there.
Back to Chalmers. Out to Battier. Puts up a 3. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got 6 assists here tonight. The Pistons have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Bynum against Chalmers. Bynum, no good. Heat shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Detroit with the rebound. Bell with it. Kicks to Uredko. Rebounded by Chalmers.
That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
Kicks it to Battier. Here's Clutch.
As the three-point shot has become more and more prominent in the NBA, the mid-range jumper has fallen somewhat into disfavor and taken a back seat. Defenses are actually geared to force shooters inside the three-point line.
Wow. Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
You know, the dunk was great, but I didn't care for that interior defense there, guys. It was non-existent.
You're right, Clark. You know, it was way too easy. I don't think the coach liked it either. Look at it. Look at that face.
It doesn't get much easier than that. They have got to tighten up their defense. That was embarrassing.
And the replay, of course, presented by Sprite. What a push. Good. Clutch has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And what an incredible quarter he's having. He's unstoppable right now.
Bynum kicks to Maggette. Here's Drummond. A rebound by Mario Chalmers.
Well defended. And he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
And that one's good. The Pistons shooting 40% in the fourth. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Again, the miss by Maggette.
You're not doing your team any good forcing a shot like that one.
You know, I agree. He's got to know better than that.
Allen. Rebound by the Pistons. Bynum's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Raja Bell on the wing.
And a big change we saw last season was an adjustment to what's known as the rip-through call. That's where a player with the ball sees the defender's arms out and kind of goes up right through the arms and draws the foul. And the league ruled that it would still be a foul, but it would be called on the ground depending on where the player was and where the defender was. But they're not going to give the benefit of the doubt as much to the shooter.
Here's Clutch. Just 2 to shoot. They get it again. Here's Anthony. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. That's good from Anthony. The rip-through rule change, Steve. Some vets who like to trick rookies might miss it, but it seems like it's the right direction.
Well, I don't think it's a great basketball play, so I think it was a smart move by the league to cut back on that play. You still call the foul, but you don't give the guy the 2 free throws. To me, it made perfect sense.
Can't get it to go. And it's Miami the other way. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. He kicks it to Battier. Detroit with the rebound.
Great job defending the hoop there.
So important to have good presence defensively inside.
Here's Bynum. Here's Drummond. And he throws it down with one hand.
You know, that kind of play will get you some brownie points with your coach, no doubt.
And with your fans, too, Clark, on a big dunk like that.
And even with the announcers.
Oh, yeah!
We all love it.
Here's Clutch, defended by Bell. Nice move, he stepped back and cast it up. Clutch has got 17 now, just in the second half.
Boy, this is a shooting exhibition, guys. I mean, he's not wasting any of his chances.
Bynum kicks to Drummond. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Powers down the dunk.
He's short for the center position, but he makes up for it with tremendous leaping ability.
I'll tell you what, I like the introduction of the zone defense about a decade ago because it cleaned up the game. It used to be with the illegal defense call that they had, teams would just rely heavily on isolation plays and clearing sides of the floor. The zone means you can't do that as much, so you have to be much more strategic in your approach offensively.
Here's Clutch, defended by Bell. Rebounded by Bell.
You gotta like the defense not quitting on the play and getting a hand in the face.
Sure do. With a tough defender breathing down your neck, that makes it not an easy shot.
Shot by Villanueva, no good. Well, the worry with the zone, Steve, is we were just talking about, is that it would lead to too much bunkering from teams, but it hasn't really been the case we've seen so far.
No, it hasn't really. It's been used, I think, as it should be. You know, kind of an alternate look, change in strategy. The best teams use it periodically, not as a steady diet, but you mix it in there, and I think you can use it to great effect.
And that one falls for Maggette. Rashard Lewis, he's checked in for Mike Miller. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Jerebko's checked in for Charlie Villanueva. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. 1:43 left in the fourth quarter. And for the Heat, they're shooting 44% in the fourth. The offense with some ups and downs. Feeds to Lewis. With the lead pass. Battier. And it's rejected. Stolen by Maggette. He passes to Urepko. And there's the pass to Bynum. Gives him the lead pass. And Strong with the one-handed jam.
The one-handed flush. Very nice.
A nice, strong finish there.
Just punched it home.
The Heat leading by 23. .105 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Clutch. Clock at 6. Back to Lewis. The dish to Battier. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Heat making a switch here. Allen's checked in. Pistons shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Chalmers against Bynum. And it's blocked, but he stays with it. Here's Maggette. No good. Now the Heat take it the other way. There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shot denied. Count that one. Detroit's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Bynum kicks to Maggette. That's good, and it's Bynum with the assist.
Well, none of the defenders were quick enough to step out and get a hand in his face on that jump shot. Big mistake there.
And for the Heat, they're shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Here's Clutch, defended by Bell. Here's Clutch. Fader on the way. Can't hit. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Clutch.
It didn't matter where you shot from tonight, everything was falling. Have you ever felt this confident about your shot before?
It's not really a matter of confidence. It's about getting open looks and making plays. And tonight, I had a lot of great open looks, and I made plays when I needed to. It was definitely one of my better games, but I wouldn't say it was anything too out of the ordinary. It just ended up being a really efficient shooting night, that's all. Nothing to get too excited about, really.